What if I told you there's a country where you can ski down pristine slopes in the morning, walk across one of the world's most dangerous bridges by afternoon, and camp under the stars beside a turquoise lake that didn't exist 15 years ago? A place where ancient civilizations built cities that educated Alexander the Great, where 700-year-old forts still guard valleys that time forgot, and where the second highest mountain on Earth stands as an unconquered giant that has claimed more lives per summit attempt than Everest itself? This isn't fiction, this is Pakistan, and it's hiding in plain sight. While millions flock to overcrowded tourist traps, paying premium prices for manufactured experiences, Pakistan offers something the modern world has almost forgotten: genuine adventure. Here you'll find cold deserts where sand dunes are dusted with snow, glacial lakes so blue they seem artificial, and bridges made of rope and wood planks swaying over 100-meter drops that locals cross daily like it's nothing. But here's what makes this truly extraordinary. Pakistan isn't just about extreme landscapes. This is where Buddhism flourished for 1,000 years, where Mughal emperors built monuments that still take your breath away, and where entire communities speak languages that exist nowhere else on Earth. It's a place where hospitality isn't a tourist industry, it's a way of life. The secret? While everyone else discovers the same filtered Instagram spots, Pakistan remains authentically untouched. From the world's largest fort with walls stretching 32 kilometers to glaciers longer than entire countries, to wildlife so rare that Himalayan brown bears roam freely across plateaus higher than most mountains, this country defies every expectation. So buckle up, because we're about to take you on a journey through Pakistan's most incredible hidden wonders. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this overlooked nation could become the world's ultimate travel destination. Trust me, you've never seen anything like this. The tomb of Bibi Jawindi is a 15th century mausoleum, part of a large necropolis that serves as a burial ground for prominent religious and historical figures. It represents typical characteristics of Islamic funerary architecture, as it is built with baked bricks and decorated with blue and white glazed tiles arranged in geometric patterns. As per its name, it is the final resting place of Bibi Jawindi, who is believed to have been a pious and influential woman, possibly associated with a prominent religious lineage. The city of Skardu is renowned for being a gateway to some of the world's highest mountain ranges. Surrounded by towering peaks, serene lakes, and ancient traditions, it has been an important center for trade and culture, connecting ancient roots between Central Asia and South Asia. It is home to both natural and historical sites alike, such as the Manoka Waterfall and the Karpocho Fort. The Manoka Waterfall, located about an hour from Skardu, is one of the tallest waterfalls in the region. Fed by glacial waters, it cascades from a height of approximately 55 meters and maintains a steady flow as the water collects in a clear pool at the base. Its surrounding area also supports small-scale farming and livestock grazing. Meanwhile, the Karpocho Fort, or King of Forts, is a 16th century structure perched on a hill overlooking the city. Built by the rulers of Skardu, the fort served as a strategic stronghold to monitor trade routes and defend against invasions. Although partially in ruins, it offers stunning views of the surrounding mountains and valleys, as well as the Katpana Desert. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks, the Katpana Desert is famous for its massive sand dunes that are shaped by the wind. Unlike typical deserts, it experiences cold temperatures year-round, with winter bringing frost and snow to the dunes. Summers are relatively mild, creating a unique environment for both local inhabitants and visitors. The desert lies along ancient trade routes that historically connected remote mountain regions with larger trading centers. It is also only located 20 kilometers away from Skardu, making it easily accessible by road. Nearby the desert is the Kaplu Palace, a 19th century royal residence located in the mountainous region. It served as the seat of the rulers of the Kaplu Valley, part of the princely state of the Yabgo dynasty. The historic palace represents great local craftsmanship with Tibetan and Kashmir influences. Upper Kachura Lake is a pristine natural lake located in a mountainous region, surrounded by rugged mountains and pine trees. It is fed by glacial meltwater and nearby streams, giving it a cold temperature year-round. The lake is tied to local communities that rely on its natural resources. Though it has recently gained attention as an ecotourism destination, it is part of the broader Kachura area, which includes both Upper and Lower Kachura lakes. Meanwhile, Lower Kachura Lake is a stunning, heart-shaped lake renowned for its serene setting and accessibility. Like its upper counterpart, it is part of a broader cultural landscape where local communities engage in farming and grazing. While the lake is natural, parts of the surrounding area have gone through artificial enhancements, such as terrace gardens and pathways. The lake also serves as the central appeal for Shangri-La Resort, which is located on its shores. Established in 1983, the Shangri-La Resort is named after the mythical Shangri-La described in James Hilton's novel Lost Horizon, also known as Heaven on Earth. The resort includes chalet-style accommodations and boating facilities. It also features a restaurant housed in the body of an old aircraft. To preserve the area's natural beauty, the resort has implemented measures to minimize its environmental footprint, including waste management and efforts to raise awareness about conservation among visitors. The Sarfaranga Desert is one of the highest altitude cold deserts in the world. Situated at approximately 2,300 meters above sea level, it is characterized by vast stretches of sand dunes and surrounding snow-capped peaks, creating surreal landscapes. The site hosts an annual Jeep rally, which is a prominent motorsport that was initiated to promote tourism using the rugged terrain as a challenge. The course is designed to cater to various categories, including professional drivers, amateurs, and local participants. Known as the Land of Giants, Deosai National Park is one of the highest plateaus in the world, spanning over 3,000 square kilometers of open plains, rolling hills, and stunning scenery. Other than its treeless expanse, it hosts a distinctive ecosystem and is home to unique wildlife. The plateau is covered in wildflowers during the summer months, turning it into a natural alpine meadow. The park is a critical habitat for the Himalayan brown bear, one of the world's rarest bear species that is currently endangered. Known for its distinctive reddish-brown fur, this bear is a subspecies of the brown bear and is native to the Himalayan and surrounding regions. As omnivores, they mainly have a diet of plants, insects, small animals, and the remains of other animals if found. These bears are solitary and mostly active during the summer months when food is plentiful, then proceed to hibernate during the harsh winter. Efforts to conserve this endangered species have made the park a focus of ecological research and preservation. Darawar Fort is a massive structure located in the Cholistan Desert. Initially constructed in the 9th century by a Hindu Rajput ruler from the Bhati clan, it was later captured and rebuilt by the Abbasi family in the 18th century. The fort is square-shaped with 40 large bastions and walls made from bricks and clay. During its prime, it served as a center of administration and a defensive stronghold, as it was strategically positioned to guard trade routes and maintain control over the surrounding desert. Unfortunately, centuries of exposure to harsh desert conditions have caused erosion and structural damage to the fort, and preservation efforts remain limited. Nanga Parbat, known as the Killer Mountain, is the 9th highest peak in the world, standing at 8,126 meters above sea level. It is located in the Himalayas, with its name actually meaning Naked Mountain, a reference to its exposed slopes. The mountain is notable for its immense size and dramatic vertical relief, making it one of the most challenging mountains to climb. It also has severe weather, unpredictable avalanches, and complicated technical climbing requirements, which contribute to its high fatality rate among climbers. Interestingly, the mountain is part of ongoing geological studies as it lies near the collision zone of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates. This activity has contributed to the rapid uplift and unique geology of the region. The Raycott Glacier is a massive glacier located on the northern face of the mountain, descending from its heights toward the valley of the same name. The glacier originates from the snowfields of the mountain, creating a natural pathway of ice and debris. It is also part of the trekking route to the mountain's northern face base camp, requiring trekkers to cross rocky moraines and icy sections. Additionally, the glacier is a subject of research for studying glacial dynamics, climate change, and its effects on high-altitude ecosystems. The Fairy Meadows, located near the base of the northern face, is a high-altitude alpine meadow offering one of the best views of the mountain. Its name is derived from local folklore, which describes the area as a magical and serene place. The area is home to a small community of shepherds and villagers who maintain traditional lifestyles and provide hospitality to visitors. Multan is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the region, known for its historical significance, Sufi shrines, and centuries-old trade and cultural connections. Known as the City of Saints in Punjab, it has been a center of spiritual and religious activity for over a millennium. Its history dates back to at least 5000 BCE, being a key settlement during the Indus Valley civilization, and later becoming an important city under various empires such as the Kushans and the Mughals. It is home to the tomb of Shah Rukn Alam, a monumental mausoleum dedicated to the 14th century Sufi saint of the same name, who was highly revered for his spiritual teachings and influence. It is one of the most iconic structures in the region, known for its intricate brickwork and Islamic architecture. The tomb is an octagonal structure made of red bricks, and its massive dome was once considered one of the largest in the Islamic world. Historically, it was built between 1320 and 1324 by Ghiyas-ud-Din Tughlaq, the founder and first ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty. Nan Valley is a mountainous valley stretching along a river it shares its name. Its name translates to sapphire in Sanskrit, deriving it from the sapphire-like color of the river. Its slopes are lined with charming villages, terraced fields, and thick forests. Historically, the valley has been a site of significant strategic importance, situated along routes that once connected ancient kingdoms. One of the villages along the valley is Aranel, which is often referred to as the Pearl of Nan Valley. Sitting atop a hill overlooking the Nan River, the village is easily accessible via a short trek or a cable car ride from the nearby village of Kel. There is also the Chitter Ka Lake, which is considered to be one of the most pristine high-altitude lakes in the region. The lake's name means white stream, referring to the glacial streams that feed the lake, which appear as white streaks flowing down from the surrounding snow-covered peaks. It is considered sacred by locals, and it holds a place in regional folklore and traditions. In fact, the lake is thought to be a place of spiritual connection, and visiting it is often seen as a pilgrimage. Lahore is one of the oldest and most historically significant cities in the region, especially having a deep connection to art and literature. The city has also been a focal point for several empires, spanning from the Mughals to the Sikhs and the British. Located in the heart of the city is Lahore Fort, a massive and historic citadel. The fort's origins can be traced to at least the 11th century, though its most prominent developments occurred under the Mughal Emperor Akbar in the late 16th century. It continued to be modified by later rulers of the Sikh and the British, resulting in a blend of architectural styles and artistic elements. Today, while some parts are in ruins, ongoing restoration work ensures its legacy endures. Within the fort lies the Samadhi of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, a memorial built in honor of the leader who founded the Sikh Empire in the early 19th century. Constructed after his death in 1839, the Samadhi combines elements of Sikh, Hindu, and Mughal architectural styles. In the background, we can see the Minar-e-Pakistan monument, which stands as a symbol of national unity and independence. It was built to commemorate the Lahore Resolution of 1940, a pivotal moment in the region's history that called for the creation of an independent state. Passed on March 23, 1940, the resolution was presented on the same grounds where the monument now stands. Designed by architect Nasruddin Murat Khan, the monument incorporates Islamic, Mughal, and modern architecture. The city is also home to the Badshahi Mosque, one of the largest and most iconic mosques in the region. Constructed under the reign of Emperor Aurangzeb, who notably had the longest rule, it served as a symbol of Mughal power and piety. The mosque can accommodate over 100,000 worshippers in its courtyard and prayer hall, making it one of the largest mosques in the world. The structure is made primarily of red sandstone with inlays of white marble, creating intricate patterns and inscriptions. Today it remains an active site of worship and a cultural landmark. Hingol National Park is the largest national park in the region, spanning over 6,100 square kilometers. It is known for its unique geological formations, desert landscapes, and coastal ecosystems. One of its most iconic landmarks is the Princess of Hope, a natural rock formation resembling a robed woman, sculpted by wind and erosion over centuries. It was named by Hollywood actress Angelina Jolie during her visit to the region in 2002. The park is also home to some of the world's rare active mud volcanoes, with some continuously bubbling and others erupting periodically. Unlike traditional volcanoes that erupt lava, mud volcanoes emit gases, water, and mud, creating cone-like structures. These volcanoes are created by the release of gases, primarily methane, from underground reservoirs. The gas mixes with water and sediments to produce mud, which is expelled to the surface. Taxila, also known as Takshashila, is an ancient city that served as a center of learning, trade, and culture for centuries. With roots tracing back to the 6th century BCE, it flourished as a hub of knowledge during the Gandhara civilization. Today, its ruins serve as a treasure trove of Gandhara artifacts and Buddhist heritage. Within the ruins stands the Dharmarajika Stupa, one of the most significant Buddhist monuments. The stupa was commissioned by Emperor Ashoka as part of his efforts to promote Buddhism across his empire. During the Mayan dynasty, it successfully became a focal point for religious activity and was even believed to have housed relics of the Buddha. Hanan Mina is a 17th century Mughal-era complex built as a monument to the Mughal Emperor Jahangir's beloved pet antelope, Manar. With its name meaning deer tower, it served as a memorial for the antelope when it passed away, with inscriptions celebrating the animal's life. The site also acted as a hunting reserve for the Mughal elite, where controlled hunting expeditions were carried out to make sure overhunting did not happen and the wildlife was conserved. The focal point of the complex was the sandstone tower, a minaret that was 30 meters tall. Its height allowed the emperor and his entourage to use it as an observation point for hunting activities in the surrounding area. Shrouded in cliffs and fed by glacial waters, Hunza Valley is a mountainous valley that was once an important stop along the Silk Road. It is still home to the Hunza people, who are known for their self-sufficient lifestyle, which is based on agriculture and a mostly plant-based diet. The people of Hunza notably speak Burushaski, an ancient and unique language with no known linguistic relatives. Karimabad, the main town in the Hunza Valley, was once the capital of the princely state of Hunza. The town experiences 4 distinct seasons, with its high-altitude location influencing its climate. It is known for its mild summers, cold winters, and colorful seasonal changes that transform the landscape throughout the year. It is situated on the cliffs alongside the Hunza River, which is fed by glacial melt from the surrounding peaks. Sitting above Karimabad is the Baltit Fort, a 700-year-old fort that served as the residence of Hunza's rulers, providing panoramic views of the valley. It significantly reflects Tibetan and Central Asian influences in its architecture. The fort is made of stone, mud, and timber designed to withstand harsh weather and earthquakes. The use of wooden beams provides flexibility to the structure, a key feature in seismic areas. There is also the even older Altit Fort, being over 900 years old and considered one of the oldest forts in the region. It is believed to have been constructed by the early rulers of Hunza, serving as the initial stronghold before the seat of power shifted to the Baltit Fort. One of the most prominent features is the ancient watchtower, which provided a vantage point to monitor the surrounding valley and river. The fort's interior consists of multiple levels, with narrow passageways, small chambers, and steep staircases, each serving a specific function. Spanning across the Hunza River, the Hini Suspension Bridge is known as one of the most dangerous bridges in the world. It connects the village of Hini to nearby settlements, and is actually frequently maintained by the locals to ensure its usability, though it remains a challenging crossing due to its swaying motion and the large gaps between planks. Atabad Lake is a striking turquoise lake formed as a result of a massive landslide in January 2010. The landslide blocked the flow of the Hunza River, creating a natural dam that submerged nearby villages and roads. Despite its tragic origins, the lake is renowned for its beautiful color due to the minerals from glacial runoff that mix with the water. It stretches approximately 21 kilometers in length and reaches depths of over 100 meters, depending on the seasonal glacial melt. The Passu cones are a series of sharp, triangular peaks, part of the Karakoram mountain range. They were shaped over millennia by glacial activity and erosion, resulting in the pointed, cone-like structure that gives them their name. Despite their striking appearance, many of the cones remain unclimbed due to their steep ridges and technical challenges. The cones are also known as Cathedral Ridge, as they resemble the spires of a Gothic cathedral. North of the cones is the Passu Glacier, one of the most prominent glaciers in the region, well known for its accessibility and role in shaping the surrounding landscape. The glacier's flow creates a rugged ice field with crevasses, ridges, and a moraine-filled terminus where it meets the valley floor. Additionally, meltwater from the glacier irrigates terrace fields in the valley, sustaining crops such as apricots, cherries, and almonds. In fact, the Wakhi-speaking residents of Passu village rely on the glacier's resources for agriculture and livestock. Rohtas Fort is a 16th century garrison built by the Afghan ruler Sher Shah Suri to strengthen his hold over the region. Known for its massive walls and intricate gateways, it was intended to prevent the return of the Mughal emperor and to maintain control over the local Ghakkar tribes who were loyal to the Mughals. Today, the fort remains well preserved compared to other structures from the same era. Karachi is Pakistan's largest city, a bustling metropolis that also serves as a hub for trade, industry, and education. Its origins trace back to a small fishing village initially called Karachi, which grew into a key port during the 18th and 19th centuries under British rule. The city became a major center for trade due to its strategic location on the Arabian Sea, with the construction of ports and railways bolstering its growth. Within the city is the Mazar-e-Quaid, the mausoleum and final resting place of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of the country. Designed by architect Yahya Merchant, the mausoleum is a modernist structure made of white marble, featuring curved arches and a large copper dome. Naltar Valley is a remote but scenic mountain valley famous for its alpine forests and skiing facilities. In fact, the valley is home to one of the oldest ski resorts in the region, attracting skiers during winter months. It is accessible via jeep from the city of Gilgit, with a road that winds through rugged terrain but offers fantastic views of the landscape. The valley is home to a series of alpine lakes, collectively called the Naltar Lakes. Their waters notably reflect different hues and colors, which are partly due to the natural filtration by surrounding rocks and sediments, which prevent pollutants from entering. Some of their most iconic lakes are the Bashkiri Lakes, famous for their deep blue colors. The surrounding area remains largely untouched, with thick forests of pine and cedar framing the lakes. The city of Muzaffarabad operates as an administrative and cultural center, with a history shaped by its geographical and political importance. It derives its name from Sultan Muzaffar Khan, a chief of the Bamba dynasty, who established it as a stronghold in the 17th century. Today, it is the capital of Azad Kashmir, a region administered by Pakistan as a nominally self-governing entity. Within the city is the Red Fort, which was originally constructed by the Chak rulers in the 16th century to protect their territory. Built primarily with red bricks and stone, the fort showcases a mix of Tibetan and Central Asian architectural influences. Sindh is a region with a long history, known for its ancient civilizations and agricultural advancements. It was ruled by various dynasties, including the Kalhora and Talpur dynasties. Notably, the region has seen the development of palm oil plantations in recent decades as part of efforts to diversify agriculture and reduce reliance on imported oil. These plantations contribute to the local economy by providing employment and supporting industries such as cooking oil production and soap manufacturing. However, the plantations are currently facing issues such as water management and adapting to the region's climate, requiring sustainable practices to ensure long-term viability. Commissioned by a ruler of the Talpur dynasty, the F Mahal Palace was originally used as the residence of the Talpur rulers, also hosting royal gatherings and administrative meetings. The palace is a blend of Mughal and traditional architectural styles, featuring intricately carved wooden doors, arched windows, and expansive courtyards. Known as the Great Wall of Sindh, Ranikot Fort is one of the largest forts in the world, with a circumference of approximately 32 kilometers. Believed to have been built in the 17th century, the fort is made of stone and lime mortar, featuring massive walls, bastions, and gates. The fort's exact purpose remains debated, with theories ranging from defense to serving as a refuge for tribal communities. Today, it is a popular destination for history enthusiasts and adventurers. The Chiari Reservoir was built to store water from the Indus River and support irrigation in Sindh's agricultural areas. The reservoir supports fishing and farming for nearby communities, contributing to their livelihoods. Unfortunately, the reservoir faces issues such as siltation and waterlogging, requiring measures to maintain its ecological and economic importance. The town of Maha is a small agricultural community known for its reliance on farming and traditional lifestyles. In recent years, it has faced significant challenges due to severe flooding that has deeply affected its population and infrastructure. Floodwaters caused extensive damage to homes, roads, and public facilities, leaving many residents without basic necessities. As a farming-dependent town, Maha's economy relies heavily on crops like wheat and vegetables, but the floods have submerged vast areas of agricultural land, leaving farmers without income. Relief camps were set up to accommodate the flood disaster victims and displaced families, though they still often faced shortages of essential supplies, including clean water and sanitation facilities. Local authorities, non-governmental organizations, and volunteers have been working to distribute relief supplies, improve camp conditions, and plan for rehabilitation of the affected areas. Tharparkar is a desert region with a mix of sand dunes, rocky terrain, and seasonal wetlands. Located in the region is the village of Nagarparkar, home to a blend of Hindu and Muslim communities who have coexisted for generations. Local livelihoods are based on livestock rearing, subsistence farming, and handicrafts, with women often involved in producing embroidered textiles and other crafts. The ancient Jain temples in Nagarparkar date back to the 12th and 13th centuries when the region was a thriving center for Jain traders and monks. These temples are among the last surviving remnants of Jainism's influence in the area, showcasing intricate carvings and religious significance. Gwadar is a port city in Balochistan, known for its strategic importance and pristine beaches. During ancient times, it was originally a small fishing village and a stopover point along trade routes connecting South Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. The area was once under the control of the Sultanate of Oman before being integrated into the region in the mid-20th century. The city is located on the shores of the Arabian Sea, a vast body of water along Pakistan's southern coastline. Other than trade and tourism, the waters of the Arabian Sea, near Gwadar, are home to diverse marine species, supporting local fishing industries. The sea also moderates the local climate, creating hot, humid summers and mild winters. The capital of Pakistan, Islamabad, is famous for its greenery and modern infrastructure. It was designed in the 1960s by Greek architect Konstantinos Apostolou Doxiadis to replace Karachi as the capital. Its layout emphasizes symmetry, zoning, and integration with natural landscapes. One of its most iconic landmarks is the Faisal Mosque, named after King Faisal of Saudi Arabia, who contributed $120 million to its construction. Completed in 1986, the design reflects a modernist approach to Islamic architecture. As it was inspired by a Bedouin tent, unlike traditional mosques with domes, the Faisal Mosque features a tent-like structure with a triangular prayer hall and 4 towering minarets. The 4 minarets are 90 meters tall and are inspired by Turkish architecture. It is one of the largest mosques in the world, capable of accommodating over 100,000 worshippers in its prayer hall, courtyards, and adjoining grounds. Atop a hill overlooking the city is the Pakistani National Monument, which was inaugurated in 2007 to represent the unity of the nation and its cultural diversity. The monument is shaped like a blooming flower, with 4 main petals representing the provinces and 3 smaller petals symbolizing territories. The petals are decorated with murals depicting historical landmarks and significant events. Sad Belo is a Hindu temple complex located on an island in the Indus River, dedicated to the Hindu god, Lord Shiva. The complex was established by Swami Bhakandi Maharaj, a Hindu saint who is believed to have meditated on the island. It is one of the most revered spiritual sites for the Hindu community in the region, drawing devotees and visitors for its religious and historical importance. Swat Valley is a mountainous region that has been a center of Buddhist learning and a place of artistic and spiritual development for centuries. Often referred to as the Switzerland of the East, it was an important hub of Buddhism from the 2nd century BCE to the 7th century CE. During the rule of the Kushan dynasty, Swat flourished as a center of learning, attracting monks and scholars from across Asia. Interestingly, the region was also visited by Alexander the Great in 327 BCE during his campaign, influencing the cultural changes of the area. The Karakoram mountain range is one of the highest and most rugged mountain ranges in the world. It stretches over 500 kilometers, spanning Pakistan, India, and China. The Hopar Glaciers are a series of glaciers located near the Hopar Valley in the range. The glaciers provide valuable insights into climate change and glacial dynamics, so they are closely monitored for their retreat and movement. They also offer remarkable views of surrounding peaks and unique formations of crevasses and ice. K2 Base Camp is a remote and challenging trekking destination that serves as the starting point for climbers attempting to summit K2 Mountain. The trek covers about 150 kilometers round trip and takes 12 to 14 days to complete, requiring physical endurance and acclimatization to high altitudes. Part of the journey to the base camp is trekking through the Baltoro Glacier, which is one of the longest glaciers outside the polar regions, stretching about 63 kilometers. It serves as a gateway to expeditions targeting the K2 mountain and other peaks, and even offers trekkers dramatic views of them. Finally, the crown jewel of the Karakoram range is none other than the K2 mountain, renowned as the 2nd highest peak in the world at a height of 8,611 meters. Also referred to as the Savage Mountain, K2 is considered one of the most challenging peaks to climb due to its steep slopes, unpredictable weather, and high fatality rate. The first successful ascent was made in 1954 by an Italian team led by Lino Lacedelli and Achille Compagnoni. Then K2 was successfully climbed in winter for the first time by a team of Nepali climbers in January 2021, marking a historic achievement in mountaineering. Unlike many other 8,000-meter peaks, K2 has no nickname derived from local languages. Instead, its name comes from the Great Trigonometrical Survey of India. This is Pakistan, a land of hidden wonders and remarkable architectural marvels. Thanks for traveling with us. Wherever you are in the world, remember, home isn't just a place, it's a perspective. We'll see you in the next story, only here on Beyond Borders. Hit subscribe, share the journey, and stay curious.